Here's why my neighbor's cat can see so clearly in my yard at night, but I could easily bump into something as big as a picnic table. Cats and other nocturnal predators have great night vision. Many animals, and not just predators like cats, have a reflector behind their eyes. It's called the tapetum lucidum, and it reflects light back through their retina, magnifying the amount of light so they can see well at the night. Basically, they left the lights on. We don't have this, so in the dark we bump into things. However, our nighttime vision can be improved. In our night vision cells, they're called rods, we have a pigment called rhodopsin. It's also known as visual purple. It's sort of a rosy color. It allows us to adjust to dimmer light so our vision can adjust. There are over 90 million rod cells in each retina. Rod cells are more sensitive to light than our color-sensing cone cells and are almost entirely responsible for our nighttime vision. Now, rod cells have little to do with color vision. That accounts for why you don't see color at night. Rhodopsin, the reddish pigment, is extremely sensitive to light, so it lets us see in the dark. Rhodopsin is made out of retinol, which is a form of vitamin A, along with a protein called scotopsin, which contains the reddish pigment. Rhodopsin is deactivated in bright light, but is recreated in low light, so it comes back in the evening. So this is one reason why the glare from your computer screen can deplete your rhodopsin and make your eyes so tired. Computer screens and many other modern screens like your cell phone have LED background technology, light-emitting diodes. Now, light-emitting diodes release a lot of blue light. Blue light is a very short wavelength of light, so millions of these rays are hitting your eyes very quickly. That creates a flicker. You don't see it, it's happening too quickly. This creates a glare, and that depletes your eyes of rhodopsin and a second pigment known as lutein, and this makes you tired when you stay on your computer screen all day. It even makes your brain tired, not just your eyes. Interestingly, on your computer and for night vision, if you could restore the amount of rhodopsin and the pigment lutein, it helps with tired eyes and it helps you see better at night too. So if you get sufficient vitamin A or its precursor beta-carotene, you could get that from sweet potatoes and vegetables. Obtaining pigments from certain berries can also help you see better. This can actually improve your driving skills at night. It can make it safer to drive at night or go down your basement stairs, which are always not so well lit. So welcome to our Better Night Vision with Berries episode. Hi, my name's Jerry Hickey. I'm a pharmacist who also has studied nutrition, and I'm over here at Invite Health. I'm also the scientific director, and I'd like to talk to you today about two berries that are very good for your eyes. Please be sure to subscribe to the Invite Health podcast, and please leave us a review. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Invite Health. All of the information on today's episode will be linked in the episode description, and you can visit invitehealth.com/podcast for more information. So what are these vision-friendly berries? Well, cassis berry and bilberry. They both contain a family of pigments called anthocyanidins and anthocyanicides. They're related. They're not the same, but they're related. These are purple, red, bluish, black pigments and plants, and these berries are loaded with them. Things like malvidin and delphinidin. So let's discuss bilberry first. It grows in northern Europe. It's a relative of blueberries and cranberries. It's also known as whortleberry and huckleberry. Bilberries have a very high content of a bluish-black pigment called anthocyanicides, much more than their relatives blueberry and cranberry. Now, these pigments are powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation. So that supports eye health in one way because they readily get into your eyeball. They also support eye health in general, including night vision. There's a story, I don't know if it's a myth, but there's a story that's been circulating for decades. I first heard it in the 1980s, that during World War II, British fighter pilots were given bilberry jam by their flight surgeons to help improve their night vision because they had to cross the British Channel at night. In 2004, Peninsula Medical School in England reviewed studies of bilberry pertaining to night vision. There was already a lot of studies out. Some of the studies showed no effect. However, the dose of bilberry was low in these studies, and the reviewers wrote that the level of anthocyanicides may have been very low. However, in 8 studies where they used higher doses of bilberry, it improved their night vision. I've tried it myself. I was writing a book in the 1990s along with an oncologist named Dr. Mitch Gaynor. He was the director of oncology at the Strand Cancer Prevention Center in Manhattan, on how using diet and exercise and lifestyle factors could lower your risk of certain cancers. I was spending a tremendous amount of time on my computer downloading studies. Now, back in the early 1990s, those computer screens were small, they were curved, and they had this kind of greenish cast to them. Your eyes would get exhausted very quickly. So I was having trouble. I had a deadline. I had to get the science in. I had to start writing the article. I had to start writing the pages, I should say. So what I did, I said, I know there's research now on vision and nutrition. So I went into the eye donor research, and I found that in eye donors with with healthy eyes, their eyes were rich in certain nutrients. And conversely, eye donors with poor eye health were low in these nutrients. These nutrients were zinc, vitamin C, vitamin E, and several others. Several years later, Harvard was releasing research on lutein for vision. So when I was writing the book, I put together the zinc, I put together the vitamin C, I put together vitamin E. I was taking them separately. And I added bilberry to it. And within 2 days, I could stay at my computer for 6 hours at a clip without my eyes getting tired. So I was able to get my work done on time. I was able to hand in the galleys for the book on time. After that, the research came out from Harvard and other places about lutein. I added lutein. I made it a formula, my first vision formula called Macula HX. It's been a winner. It really helps with tired eyes, I have to tell you that. It's also good for your immune system, and it's good for your memory. These nutrients that are good for your vision are good for your memory, and they're also good for your immune system. And later on, years later, the ARED study and the ARED study 2 showed how accurate I was based on the previous early research. Bilberry shows promise in the treatment of eye fatigue. That's according to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging. The study was performed on 281 people who spent a lot of time on computer displays, on their computer terminals. The researchers found that a bilberry extract supplement reduced their eye fatigue. Let's go to a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more on bilberry, and then we'll discuss cassis berry.
This podcast is brought to you by InviteHealth.com. For over 20 years, Invite Health has provided premium quality supplements and expert advice you can trust. Now, first-time customers can enjoy an exclusive offer. Visit invitehealth.com/podcast or click the link in this episode description. That's invitehealth.com/podcast for your exclusive offer on Invite Health products. Invite Health offers the resources you need to make important decisions about your health. Chat live with degreed healthcare professionals, get product information, and find retail locations near you at invitehealth.com. You can also learn about our new genetic testing program and our exclusive Invite Fitness Wellness program. Follow Invite Health on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be sure to subscribe to our podcast today. Now back to our episode.
Okay, welcome back. Jerry Hickey for Invite Health. We're discussing berries for eye health, for eye fatigue, for night vision. A dry eye disease, your tears become very thick, and it prevents them from lubricating the eyes. And this can result in damage if it's not treated. The eyes get irritated, there's pain, they have problems seeing. Ophthalmologists are seeing more and more clients with dry eye syndrome these days because people spend so much time looking at computer screens and cell phone screens. So a study published in the European Review for Medical and Pharmacological Sciences, they used a standardized bilberry supplement. It improved the symptoms of dry eyes. They had less stinging. They could see clearer. The tear secretion was not as thick. The tears were becoming real again. It was moistening their eyes and cleaning out their eyes. Standardized, it was a standardized bilberry, means that the amount of anthocyanidins in each capsule was known. It was guaranteed. Now, I like to team bilberry up with lutein for eye health. Lutein is a yellowish reddish pigment. You get it in green leafy vegetables like kale and broccoli and spinach and lettuce. It's a carotenoid, but unlike beta-carotene, it's not converted into vitamin A. Lutein's great for your eyes. It's great for, like, if you're on the computer for many hours. So you team up lutein and bilberry. When you're on the computer, your eyes don't get as tired. Your brain doesn't get as fatigued. And they're both very active in your brain. In studies, lutein helps with eye fatigue and supports both daytime and nighttime vision. It also protects your eyes from glare. So, if you're driving at night and it's raining and the headlights are creating a lot of glare, you recover from the glare quicker, and that's good. It also helps your contrast sensitivity, so if there's something in the road, you pick it out before you slam into it with your car. You could put the brakes on or get out of the way. So there's a lot of good things going on with lutein and bilberry with your eyes and nighttime vision. Now, the second berry is called cassis berry. It's also known as black currant. I used to pick when we were little kids in Ireland. We used to pick these and eat them right off the bushes. Cassis berries and bilberries. Now, the ingredients that support eye health in the cassis berry are called anthocyanidins. They're slightly different. They function well in the eyes, but they're related to the anthocyanicides in bilberry. These are called anthocyanidins. They're related to the anthocyanicides. They're different but similar. The University of Tsukuba Medical School in Japan studied cassis berry for improving vision in low light. So in other words, in the evening, driving at night, things like that. They found that cassis berry improved adaptation to darkness, thus improving night vision. They also found that cassis berry improved eye fatigue in people who work on computer terminals. There was 2 parts to the study. So it's good for tired eyes and it's good for seeing in the evening or at night. In a study from the Department of Otolaryngology, that's eye, nose, and throat medicine, at Kyoto Red Cross Hospital, the researchers found that cassis berry helped with pollen allergy symptoms. Now, allergy to cedar pollen is very common in Japan. The cassis berry helped prevent the allergy-related eye symptoms, itchy eyes, irritated eyes, stinging in the eyes, red eyes, watery eyes, and also conjunctivitis. That's really important. Conjunctivitis is typically caused by either an eye infection, you see it in people that don't clean their contact lenses well enough, or you see it from allergies. So conjunctivitis is inflammation of the transparent covering of the eye due to the allergy. So it was helping with all those. It was preventing them and it was helping reduce them. So cassis berry also helped other symptoms such as sneezing and an itchy nose. Bilberry and cassis berry also help protect the eyes from bright light and improve eye health in general, helping support the health of the retina, the tiny blood vessels in the back of the eye, and they improve eye fatigue and day-to-day vision. So thank you for tuning into the Invite Health Podcast. You can find all of our episodes for free wherever you listen to podcasts or by visiting invitehealth.com/podcast. Please make sure you subscribe and please leave us a review. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Invite Health Today. We'll see you next time on another episode of the Invite Health Podcast. And don't forget lutein, bilberry, and cassis berry for good vision and night vision and staying on your computer longer. And thank you so much for listening.